1,000 games in my collection. We cover every era from the 30s all the way up to today's modern game.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a special report.
We have here around 640 games between pinball and video games, and there's an additional double that in storage. Pinball's for the family, man. It's a family deal. Pinball is fun for everybody. Probably the first memories of pinball was growing up as a young guy, maybe 5 or 6 years old, and going in the basement of my home, parents' home, and seeing this contraption down there. Not knowing what it was a pinball machine. And we're talking about the early 1960s, but there was a machine there, and it was set for free play, so every once in a while I'd play it, intrigued by it, didn't know how it worked or anything, but as I got older and older, I liked it. It was a fun entertainment. The ball has a mind of its own, and no two games are the same. The artwork was fun, the themes were fun, and that really got me intrigued about pinball to the point where I started reading about it, learning more about it, and learning about the players behind the industry. I started collecting in mid to late 70s. So I had the warehouse for the company, for the family business, and that's where I was storing the machines. So I knew sooner or later I had to find another place to store the games. And over time, I came upon this grocery store. And it had been a viable grocery store for years, but then they closed down for whatever reason. And at the time, the price was right, so I figured, maybe I'll buy it, store my games in there. Thinking to myself, this is such a crazy thinking. I'll put the games in there, I'll have a key, maybe once a week I'll come there, play a couple games and turn the lights off and go home. So my wife said, it's crazy. If you're gonna build this place, why don't you build it for the general public to come enjoy? Well, the games in the 30s, among historians, the very first game was a game called Wiffle, which was produced right here in Youngstown, Ohio. So I have the game here. Very simple game, very simplistic. No electricity, no flippers. It actually fits on the countertop. It's maybe 2 feet wide by 3 foot long. Not much to it, but it was the beginning of pinball as we know it. It was called Humpty Dumpty, made in 1947. It was created by a guy by the name of Harry Mabs, and he came up with this thought, this idea of these flippers. And when he put that on the game, it just turned the industry upside down, because all of a sudden you can keep a ball alive longer, a gameplay, and a lot of other people start copying the flippers. There's arcades all over the U.S., coast to coast, but none of them have the breadth of variety we do. And not only that, but the international presence. There's a whole aisle here, about 40 games that were made in Spain and Italy. So this row here is all the games from Spain and Italy. This is my heart and soul right here. We've got 40 games here made in Europe for the European market. And you're seeing them right here. And these games are very unique. The artists are unique. The playfield design is unique. But that's what makes this hobby, to me, so interesting, is those oddball games you just don't see everywhere. And this is a good example of what we have here in this row here. So when we celebrated our 1-year anniversary here about a month ago, my daughter says, hold on for a second, I want to give my dad something. And she hands me a package, and I open up, and here is a certificate from the Guinness Book of Records, recognizing me and honoring me for having the largest single collection of pinball machines. So that was a great honor, a great surprise, and it's one of the few times that it caught me off guard. The community's been very, very supportive. They didn't really know, I mean, this building was empty for such a long time. So for someone to come here and bring it back to life again, they were very excited about that. But the more the people come here, they're just awestruck by it. They really didn't know what to expect. But once they see it, they're just enthralled, like, this is unbelievable. So you got to see it to believe it.